Sawadee-ka, it's Natty from the Thaiger, and you're watching Thailand Top Stories, today's major news in Thailand and around the region. Stay tuned for a quick update on the COVID-19 situation here in Thailand, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. 6 travelers out of the 4,500 or so who arrived in Thailand on Monday and Tuesday were found to be infected with COVID-19, according to the CCSA. This was since the reopening of the kingdom to international travelers on November 1st. 3 of the infected weren't required to be quarantined, while the other 3 were isolated. No further details about the 6 were available. The top 5 countries from which people arrived since November 1st are Japan, Singapore, Germany, Qatar, and China, even though the Chinese currently need special permission to leave the country. SCB is joining hands with Bitkub in hopes to create new value in the cryptocurrency space. SCB Securities will hold the shares and collaborate with Bitkub to create a national infrastructure with a digital asset exchange and a fully digital ecosystem. The shares are expected to change hands in the first quarter of 2022. The sale announcement pushed Bitkub Online's value over $1 billion and drove the company's own cryptocurrency to triple in value overnight. The coin jumped to a record high of $2.85 yesterday, having hit lows of 98 cents earlier that day. Turning to some old-fashioned currency. Thai police seized 36,000 counterfeit $100 bills, a printing press, and arrested 4 women in a raid at a house in the central province of Nakhon Pathom, just west of Bangkok. That's $3.6 million of fake cash. Police launched an investigation after a Facebook post offering fake US dollar bills for sale to anyone interested. Police managed to track down 3 suspects. Those suspects implicated a woman who they accused of being the counterfeiter. 35 central shopping centers across Thailand are preparing for the holiday shopping season, with a multi-million baht market campaign to boost sales. Central Patana is set to spend as much as 500 million baht for their Forwarding Happiness 2022 campaign this New Year's festival season in an attempt to boost shopping and retail sales. This holiday campaign will be rolled out across 35 different malls and shopping centers between November 12 and January 6. The plan involved 400 million baht being spent on marketing for the Christmas and New Year season, and the other 100 million baht will be used for New Year's countdown events. Central is known for its extravagant countdowns at Central World each year, and this year is no different, with one of the features of this plan to host a 14-meter tall tree at Central World in Bangkok, the largest Christmas tree in Southeast Asia. Despite Thailand officially being in the cold season from the start of the month, the meteorological department predicts that cooler conditions are not expected to be widely felt until sometime next week. Rains are still forecast during this period, though lighter downpours are expected in the northeast and east as the southern monsoon weakens. Temperatures are meanwhile likely to drop by 3 to 5 degrees Celsius in the north and northeast and by 1 to 3 degrees elsewhere. High humidity is still forecast in the northern and central regions, which may bring more rainfall. Regionally, Australia's government has said that the country is introducing 2 permanent residence visas for Hong Kong citizens who have been living in Australia. Minister for Immigration Alex Hawke said about 9,000 Hong Kong citizens in Australia on temporary visas will be eligible to apply for the permanent visas, which open next March. Australia has been critical of Beijing's imposing a national security law in Hong Kong and changing its electoral system. Canberra says those moves undermine rights and the high degree of autonomy which China had guaranteed until 2047. In the 18 months to July, about 6,000 Hong Kong citizens in Australia have been granted permanent visas. Netflix is handling the case of 2 removed episodes of an Australian spy show from its streaming service in the Philippines, after Manila objected to scenes showing a map with Beijing's claims to the disputed South China Sea. China has long used its so-called nine-dash line to justify its claims over the resource-rich South China Sea, where the Philippines has rival claims. The Department of Foreign Affairs said it had lodged a complaint over the map, which included the line shown briefly in the drama Pine Gap with the Philippines Broadcasting Authority. The Department of Foreign Affairs says the Movie and Television and Review and Classification Board ruled in September that certain episodes of the show violated Philippine sovereignty and were, quote, unfit for public exhibition, end quote. And now for a quick update on the COVID-19 situation here in Thailand. The CCSA has reported 7,982 new cases of COVID-19 with 68 new deaths, while 8,029 patients have made full recoveries in the past 24 hours. And that wraps up the COVID-19 update. For more news on Thailand, go to thetiger.com or check out our evening show, Thailand News Today. สวัสดีค่ะ